So I'm curious, Eric, how do you twofold make sure that you keep doing stuff for yourself that fills your tank up for you specifically, just for you, so that then you can turn up to your relationship, to your kids? And then two, how do you and your wife make sure that you stay implementing things for your relationship so that you guys are a strong couple for your kids, especially when you have five kids?
Well, planning is always going to be the biggest thing. Like I told, like you got to take out time. Like, okay, man, it's been a couple of weeks. We haven't spent no time together. And what day are you free? I'll tell you what day I'm free. We're going to plan this time out to have some time together. And like even for myself, like one thing about it is like most of my kids, they're older now. They're all in school. So like my wife might be at work, and on my days off, I'm off. I can go to the gym and do things I want to. But I said, try to get those things done before everybody gets home. Like I said, you got 5 or 6 hours. Take care of yourself in between that time, so you can have the time you need with your family. And I tell my wife, like, hey man, sometimes we need to take vacation together with all the kids and ourselves, and then sometimes we just got to take it by ourselves. Scheduling things and writing things down is always going to be big. Don't just try to go on a whim because say something will come up. That's why you got to have plans in place. Like say, okay, you ask the grandparents, like, hey man, can you watch the kids for us for a couple of days? We're gonna go out of town. Make those plans, make it happen. But like I said, you got to stay committed to what you want. Like if you know you need to spend some more time, because you can tell when it's like, okay, man, I need to spend some time. You haven't had enough alone time. Do that. And then with self time, okay, man, I haven't gone to therapy myself. I haven't went to the gym. I haven't taken care of myself. I need a couple hours to myself. You got to make that time. And sometimes you're like, okay, even for her, like I'll take the kids today. If you want to stay home, you let me know. If you want to go out, I'll make that happen. I'll have the kids. I'll make sure they're straight. So if I need to get them up early and take them out the house for a couple of hours, I'll do that. You got to have that type of communication.
And you think about the other person as well, think about what they kind of
Hmm.
need as well, so that, when you do need to have that time on yourself, there's that kind of reciprocating kind of factor. And
Hmm.
again, it comes all the way back to that communication, communicate,
Hmm.
schedule things, make a plan. So true, Eric. Eric, so I know you're doing, we've talked a lot about, your law enforcement career and that. I know you're doing some coaching stuff. This is why I reached out to you on LinkedIn. I saw that, you put a post up saying that you wanted to kind of build and help some more people on the coaching side. Uh, Tell me a little bit about what you're doing on that side, and then also, how an audience member, somebody watching, somebody listening, can get in touch with you if they want to kind of, talk more to you about it, and maybe, get your help on that kind of coaching side.
Well, I offer life coaching. I've learned over life that a lot of people, they just don't understand how things work. Like life is not what I expected, and I tell people that all the time. That hey, man, I thought life was going to be a little bit easier. Like I said, I looked at my mother, and like I said, I never see her struggle with things. And I tell people we all battle with those mental battles that we have going on, those obstacles, but we don't talk to people about it. And I try to help people through it. And what I learned that helps me is, for one, talking to people. But two, I find out either music, doing some type of physical activity, or something like a podcast or laughter helps most people out. Between those things, but you got to make time for it. Like you can't sit there and just try to fit it in. Like you got to make honest time for it. Like if you need to make an hour earlier to make these things happen, you got to get an hour earlier and make it happen. So that's what I do on the life coaching part. Also, I teach a class called Leading with Grace. Because a lot of people are placed into leadership, but they don't know how to lead. They
Mhm.
think that, okay, I'm in leadership. I'm going to tell you what you need to do, then you need to go do it. One of the things you're going to learn with in leadership is that people are going to hit you with that question, why am I doing this? And you can't come up with them and just say, because I told you so. No, you got to understand that, okay, man, I need to go ahead and explain this before you even put it out. Okay, the chief wants us to work this area. Why? We've been having a lot of burglaries. We have a lot of thefts over here. We're trying to catch these people so these people can have some comfort at home. This is why we're going to do this. The same thing goes with any place that you work with. I said, you can't be one of the leaders that you come into work and you just have that task and you don't give them any type of direction and you don't tell them what's going on. They want to see the vision. They want to see why they're doing what they're doing. You can't just say, "Peace, it's your job."
Mhm.
I mean, they're going to do it, but then they're going to resent you. I say, I'm not telling you that they have to be your best friend at work, but you got to have that kind of that relationship with somebody saying that, hey, man, I understand that you're here to lead me. I need you to work towards this.